The proposals put forward by the County Council Secondary Schools Review Panel to close the Sele School in July 1991 has hit at the very heart of local community feeling about standards of education and the levels of choice available to parents and pupils in Hertford. In this video, it is hoped to give all Hertfordshire County Councillors an insight into the contribution made and standards set by the Sele School in the fields of education and community development. We also hope to provide a visual indication of the potential problems to be caused by the transfer of large numbers of children from the Hertford area to Chauncey School at Ware. During our filming at the Sele School, we talked to the pupils during their break to ask them their views on the review panel proposals.
Well, it'll affect my exams because I'll be at 5th year if it did happen.
Yeah, I enjoy school, and if school closed, I think I wouldn't be as happy in Chauncey, because in this school we've got to know the teachers and most of the pupils.
Very short-sighted. I just don't know how they can take our education and put it in for money. I mean, the teachers here are really lovely and everything. The school's friendly, and another school couldn't be the same. I'd hate to go to another school.
Sele is one of the minority of schools which does fully contribute to community life. Over a period of 5 days taken at random in January, we found a wedding reception in the school hall on Saturday evening, an entire ladies' netball league using the all-weather playing area on Sunday, a children's toy library in the youth wing on Monday morning, brass band practice on Tuesday evening, and Ware College sign language classes for the deaf on Wednesday. Now, where are all these organisations to go if the school is closed? The review panel proposal necessitates over 300 children making the daily trek from the Hertford area to Ware. There are 3 major routes from Hertford to Ware. The Education Department recommends Route 1, through the centre of Hertford, along the A414 to the A10, and then north to the A602 exit and into Ware. We conducted a trial using 3 coaches accompanied by 40 cars. The real thing would require at least a further 60 cars. Although on the day of the trial traffic in Hertford seemed unusually light, the arrival of the coaches in Park Road, Ware, led to considerable congestion throughout the area. Stationary coaches disgorging children outside Chauncey School brought traffic to a halt for 15 minutes. Children trying to get to school were delayed, as were employees of the nearby Glaxo factory. The total journey time became 45 minutes. Any hold-ups in Hertford would considerably increase this. Route 2, the northern route, utilises the B158 to its junction with the A602 and thence to Ware. These roads are congested with heavy gravel haulage traffic and will be totally unsuitable for bicycles. Walking would be impossible. There are no footpaths. Route 3 is largely a pedestrian route through Ware Park. The Education Committee describes this as the most direct route. As you can see, a large proportion of this path is a quagmire. It is undesirable for children to walk along this isolated, unlit lane during winter evenings. The proposals have met with widespread condemnation among the voters of the Hertford area. Over 10,500 people have signed a protest petition. This is just a sample of opinion in Hertford Market.
Really, it goes well against government policy, which is to increase choice for parents.
Well, I've got 3 youngsters. Have you got them yet down here? 1, 2, 3, who aren't yet old enough to go to a senior school. But when they do, I want to have some form of choice, and I want to know that there's enough schools available for them, and they're not going to get squeezed in at 50 to a class because of some short-sighted event taken by the council in 1989 or 1991.
As long as the standards of a school are good, which from what I can gather Sele School is, then to close a school is criminal.
Well, I think it will affect all children in Hertford. I mean, having previously been an employer in Hertford and employed young children from the Sele School, I think that it's most important that it stays in Hertford itself.
I think it does a fantastic job for the community as well. During the summer, I mean, again, my grandchildren had whale of a time at the swimming pool, and it's wonderful. Evening classes, I attend evening classes there. Lots of things go on there, sports-wise.
I say, quite honestly, I just can't understand the reasons for them closing it. I mean, if they close it, my daughter will either have to go out of Hertford, and the nearest one to us is Simon Ball, which means a walk to the town, to the school, home again with the one I've already got, back again at night time. It's just ridiculous. I just don't see the point in it.
In many areas where Hertfordshire schools have been proposed for closure in the past, there has been clear evidence of underperformance, poor school discipline and spirit. In all of these areas, the Sele School ranks alongside the very best. The school, staff and pupils operate as a team to achieve the optimum results. Our final word, therefore, should come from the head teacher of the Sele School, Mr. Michael Mussell.
And so to summarise, I would say not just simply for the community facilities which the school offers, but for the community as a whole, it is vital that this school should survive. We are at the very heart of this community of Hertford. We provide the life beat for a whole population. If that is changed in any way, it's not simply the material provisions that will vanish. It will be a style of life that will go from a whole population of children, present and yet to come. And parents will not be able to say that they have had the best provision for their children.